In this lab, we are going to work with the rent management file. We're going to download it from Blackboard and upload it to Office 360. Going to that table, we notice that this file has 3 tabs on the bottom: Properties, Residents, and Payments. Now you will notice that some of the columns are very similar. In fact, they are exact in many of those spreadsheets. From this point forward, we will start calling the spreadsheets tables. We will start calling the columns fields, and we'll start calling the rows records. And going to the directions, we download that file and then upload it, and in the properties table, we tabulate the data. This means going to the property sheet, if we're not there already, going to cell A1, insert table, click OK. In column G, we will compute the rent for each apartment by multiplying the square footage amount by the price per square foot. We go to column G, we type the word rent in G1. We type an equal sign in the first blank cell in G2, for example, and we multiply by clicking on the 550 multiplied by the $1.30 in the price per square foot. We press the Enter key. This computes the rent for every apartment that is there. However, some of the rents have these number signs or pound signs. We double click between G and H to auto fit the data. That means to make the data as wide as the widest piece of data there, the way it's formatted. So we have done step number 4. In step number 5, we are going to insert a new column C and D, and we're going to label them resident last name and resident first name. We go to column C and we click on it, but then we drag over to column D, so we select both of them. We then, making sure that we've selected C and D, right click, and we go to Insert Columns. We go to C1, the heading column, and this field will be called resident last name. So we type that in and we press the Enter key. In column D, we will title that resident first name. We will type that in. And press the Enter key. In the first blank cell of the resident last name and resident first name columns. We will consolidate the last name and first name values from the residence sheet or the residence table. What we want to do is we want to take the name that are in these two columns and put those names in these columns right here. Now, most would say just copy and paste. However, people move into apartments and people move out of apartments. When that happens and the name changes, you then have to change the name in 2 or 3 different places. To get around that, you want a way of pulling information off another table. That's what consolidating is all about. All right, so what we do is we start off with an equal sign. Now, on the residence table, the first cell that has that is cell C2. So we press the Enter key. And we will see that wherever it was blank, it puts a 0 there. But wherever there was data, it would put that person's name without us having to copy it over. We repeat the process by typing an equal sign, clicking on the sheet, clicking on the cell containing the data that we want to copy, and pressing the Enter key. That is called